Good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 315 in A Course in Miracles. It says, all gifts my brothers give belong to me. All gifts my brothers give belong to me. And I'm sitting here because I'm going to read the parts that spoke to me. And it says right away, each day 1,000 treasures come to me with every passing moment. I am blessed with gifts throughout the day and value far beyond all things of which I can conceive. A brother smiles upon another and my heart is gladdened. Someone speaks a word of gratitude or mercy and my mind receives this gift and takes it as its own. So this whole thing, it feels like, I gotta switch hands. It feels like with the last several lessons of recognizing like our insides create our outsides, like our internal feeling in any moment creates how we are seeing the world. So if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling ill, in a bad mood, or anything, just like tired, it could be anything that would keep me from seeing those types of gifts where it just fills your heart. They're like the heart expansive feelings just by looking at something happening. Like when two strangers are having a conversation and they're laughing and it's like, oh, that's beautiful. And it's a million little moments, like it says. But I feel like what gets in the way is just any down feelings we already have within us that just keeps us from recognizing what's already happening around us all the time. And those million things a day are happening all the time. And I miss so many of them. And so part of me wants to just like be on a lookout for them, But that's me, my own, like I'm only feeling that. I feel like when I'm not feeling like down or suppressed, ill, something, So it's like taking stock of my internal state. Anytime I'm not recognizing the million gifts that are happening all around me, whenever I don't feel that, I should like to look inside and be like, what's really happening here? If I'm not recognizing all the beautiful things that are here right now. And there was something else this made me think of. Hold on, I need to think for a moment and have a sip of my coffee. Okay, it was gratitude. That was the other thing in that lesson that jumped out to me, is like that, like to feel like if we don't feel it, if we're not seeing it, and then again, like I said, taking stock of my internal state, like what's really happening, like what's in the way, then to me that piece of gratitude for what is here, like what I am feeling, just being grateful, like feeling into gratitude. And I know it's such a buzzword, but to feel true, like into gratitude, is not a buzz feeling. Hold on, I'm having a hot flash. Holy moly, that one was a doozy. I'm so glad I paused it. This is several minutes into the future where I'm still like recovering. Oh, menopause is like something they don't prepare you for, and yet you don't need any preparation at all. So anyway, the other thing this had me thinking of, I don't know why all these thoughts come that don't seem to be related to the lesson. Like I said, this is half reflection on the lesson, half just voice journaling of what's going on today. So I feel like I'm on the cusp of melting. I didn't know I was going to say that. Like to be all consumed by fire in like the most beautiful, brightest sense of the word. And it's this feeling I tapped into a few years ago that the word that was given to me was humility. So I feel like love, humility, and gratitude are all intermingled into this one new different thing that's a combination of all those things. And it feels like, whoa, it feels like an ego death. It feels like death in the most beautiful sense. It feels like a love from outside. Like if you believe in a God, I've heard people talk about this, especially if they, in their close encounters with source, God, whatever. Somebody's blowing leaves out there, probably my landlord. And there's this all-consuming love that is non-judgment. It is, so I've heard so many stories and have tapped into it a few times where it's like, yeah, it's true, it's real, but it's so big. It is like a little bit scary to really give into it, to feel it fully. To feel it to its fullest in any moment means whatever the fullest is in that moment. Because I think about, well, our physical death, when you really get consumed by that fully, I don't even know what that would be like, or what if you can like have that before you're dead. So, but anyway, this is all storytelling. Who knows if that's even a thing? It's just a commonly reported thing. So you think, well, when it's reported enough times, maybe there's some truth to it. And then if I feel into it, I'm like, man, it feels true. And it feels big. And it feels a little scary. Like, I want that. And whoa. And so this lesson made me think about all those gifts that when I start to tap into it, it's like when I do have just gratitude for what is and really sit in it and really have gratitude for every single person ever, and like everything that's going on within them, good, bad, ugly, and within myself, and to have self-love. Oh, that's a hard one, right? That's where I feel like it's scary to feel no judgment against yourself, to feel like an innocent little baby, again. And so all those feelings of tenderness and just deep truth that everything that is not that is what we layer on to ourselves and to each other out of fear. And one thing that happened to me, and maybe that's why I've been reflecting on a couple things I've said in the videos that just came out, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go deeper on those things, is like one thing that happened to me with like an awakening experience was really, I think fundamentally what it was is, because it happened here, because you'll have different energy openings in different places apparently, and mine was all here, and I felt the melting, like I'm literally melting. So I guess it's kind of related to what I've been thinking about. What happened was immediately from that point forward, when I reflect back, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like, that was a truth for me and still is to this day, that I just hone in on the fear. Like I hear the fear coming out of people's mouths. I see it in their eyes. I see it in their bodies. I feel it in their bodies. I'm a body worker. Like I can hold the fear. I can be with the fear. I'm not scared of their fear. Like there's something weird that happened where fear isn't scary. And then I think about what I just said about, that the love that is so big feels like, yeah, I want to melt from that. I want to be all consumed because I've gotten tastes of it. And yet something's like, hold on, I'm not ready yet. And so, but even by speaking that, I know I'm ready. And it's just one of those like next step in my journey sort of things, is like going deep. It's a solo journey. I don't have this idea that something outside of me is giving it to me. I'm giving it to myself, right? I still don't believe, and I don't even like that word. I still don't, in my experience, I'm not giving the power to something outside of me, because there's already, if you want to call it God, there's already that power, that infinite source of love within each of us that is the most powerful thing we have to give to each other. And that's related to the lesson about we're always giving each other these gifts of love. And if I feel like love is being withheld, either from the person to themselves, from you to myself, or to love, like to other, from somebody to somebody else, or from somebody to society at large, that's the fear talking. Fear is the energy of withholding love. And so I think about that, being grateful for any time I see love not being withheld. And one of the most hurtful things, I was thinking about it just this morning, one of the most hurtful things to me is when I intentionally withhold love from something, myself or someone else, or I feel it being withheld from me or someone else. And to me, that's a form of judgment, but it's based in fear. Fear is the withholding of love. Otherwise, we would just let it flow, and that gratitude would just be like, thank you for letting it flow, you know, and I'm so grateful for seeing it flow between other people, not being withheld. And that it's like an exponential growth kind of thing. Like once it's out there, it just keeps going. But when we withhold, there's like this harm to self for doing the withholding, and harm to other for not letting what's naturally there touch them and like fill them. So anyway, this brought up a lot, and I loved it, and yet it was so simple. Whatever the title was about, receiving the gift, like to witness, to be a witness is the other word I wanted to say, to be a witness to all that's going on all the time, if we can allow ourselves to even witness it, because it's out there, it's happening. But if we choose to only see the bad and people treating each other poorly and listening to the news and all that stuff, then we're not going to see what's right there, right alongside of it, right? Which actually is probably happening more often than the perceived negative stuff or bad stuff. It's like this, the fear is in here, and it takes me examining my own self to say, like, why am I not witnessing? Where's the love today? Where's the love? The love is here all the time. Why am I withholding it? What's going on in me that I'm withholding it from myself, and therefore withholding it to other people? Because that's one thing also I thought of, is how when I don't feel something, I don't feel like I have it to give, right? So it has to start within me. Like, how can I bring in self-love in order to start the love engine? Oh my God, somebody said the word smile. Do you know the word smile? I'll just end with this because it makes me giggle. SMILE, like to put a smile on your face. You can think of it as each letter is standing for start my internal love engine. Somebody said that, and I was like, Nancy, I love you. Her name's Nancy. That's where I first heard it. I'm sure she got it from somewhere else, and if not, she's a genius. Start my internal love engine. That's all. That's what a smile does, doesn't it? Starts my internal love engine. I'm gonna cry. Bye.